Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Trina Titus Lozano, and I'm a counselor and ordained Christian minister, and I'm talking to you right here from my office in Dallas, Texas. And I just want to speak to you today regarding fear. Fear is false evidence appearing real. Essentially, that's what it is. Fear appears real, and what we are afraid of becomes so real in our life that it literally can be all-consuming. Now, based on your personality type, you probably have one type of fear or another. You may be afraid of being taken advantage of. Maybe you're afraid of rejection, or maybe you're afraid of change. Maybe you're afraid of failure. Might be afraid of criticism. These are all very real core fears. And I just want to encourage you today, take courage, because when these fears overcome your life, it literally will paralyze you, and you'll find yourself very much stuck. So if you are stuck in a situation, it's probably because of fear. Think about what fear is really causing you to be stuck so that you can move past that. See, courage is not the absence of fear, but it's the ability to face fear and to move past it so that you can fully live your life, so that you can give love, you can receive love, and you can experience life to its fullest while facing your fear. The wrong belief about fear is, I have no control over my fear, therefore I will let fear control me. Therefore, I'm a victim of my emotions. I have no control over my fear, so I become a victim of fear itself. And what literally will happen is whatever your worst fear is, you'll actually encourage it to happen because you're so consumed with it. What I want you to do is to say, I'm going to trust God beyond my fears. The truth is, I have no control over these circumstances anyway. So I love the theme of the Frozen song, let it go, let it go. Let it go. Or I'm going to say, just give it to God. Instead of just letting it go out into thin air. I'm a licensed ordained Christian minister, and I like to encourage people in their relationship with Jesus Christ. And when we give our fears to God, we lay them there. We say, God, through my prayer, I'm going to give you my fear. I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give it to you completely, and I'm going to trust you beyond my worst fear. So the wrong belief is, I have no control over my fears. So therefore, I try to control everything else to make sure that my worst fear isn't going to happen. So you show me a controlling person, I'm going to show you a fear-based thinker. But a faith-based thinker, someone who chooses to really trust God instead of being controlled by my fear, I'm going to think differently. I'll think this way. God, I trust you with this situation. So no matter what happens, you will be my peace in the midst of this storm. You will give me peace, and I will know that I can trust you no matter what. So if my worst fear happens, okay, I'm going to be okay no matter what. Hopefully it won't happen. If it doesn't, well, good. Then I didn't waste time worrying about something that's not going to happen anyway. Or I can just turn to the scripture. I should say, and I can turn to the scripture and I can really claim the Bible verses for myself. Great scripture, Isaiah 41:10. I will not be afraid. I will not be afraid. I just say, do not be afraid, for I am with you. Do not be discouraged, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and I will hold you up with my victorious right hand. That's a great scripture to quote when you're saying, I'm not going to be afraid. It's not my identity. It's not who I am. I'm not a victim of my emotions, and I will not fear. I will stand strong. I will be courageous, and I'm going to move forward in faith, believing God's going to get me through this situation no matter what. I won't be afraid. I'm not afraid of rejection. I'm not afraid of change. I'm not afraid of criticism. I'm not afraid of failure, and I'm not afraid of being taken advantage of. I'm going to be courageous. I'm going to be strong and courageous. I will not be stuck in a victim mentality, but I will be victorious over my fear so that no matter what happens around me, I will be okay no matter what. Another scripture I love here, I'll just read for you, Deuteronomy 31:8. The Lord himself goes before you and will be with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. Discouraged is that absence of courage. You know what courage is in the Latin? Courage, when we take it apart, it really means that C-O-U means cur. That is a Latin word for heart. And courage really means to tell your story with your whole heart. That's what the root word is. That's what the meaning was intended to be for the word courage. It means I'm willing to be vulnerable. I'm willing to tell my story with my whole heart, and I'm not going to be afraid. I'm going to stand strong, and I don't care what happens around me. I will remain standing. I'm going to stand on the promises of God, and my faith will keep me strong, and I'm going to get through this no matter what. That's the way you want to live. So don't be lived bound by fear with the temptation to become controlling as a result of your fear. But instead, make the trade. Live by faith and say, God, you and I, we're going to get through this no matter what. Face your fear today. God bless you. Bye-bye.